I'm Kira, and I'm a home cook.
My name's Barrett. I'm a food stylist.
We are making pasta Primavera with asparagus and peas.
It's challenging when food styling a pasta dish because pasta kind of goes where it wants to go, so you have to wrangle it in. I generally like to work with everything when it's cold because I know it's not going to change. So that's what you're going to see me do, is probably chill everything. And then use my hands a lot.
Step 1. I honestly don't cook with asparagus that much. I actually don't think I've ever tried snapping the ends. I'm going to try. Oh, it does snap.
All right, so we're going to snap off an end to see where to cut them.
Oh my God, it splashed. Nope.
Right there.
You know, because we care about presentation today, we're gonna cut them diagonally. Okay, so like a loose diagonal is kind of what we're going for right now.
I usually like to cut things at a little bit of an angle. I think it just makes things a little more interesting instead of straight across. So you get this nice little kind of diamond shape. This is a cheat I use all the time. I buy peeled garlic. When I'm on set and I got a million things to do, the last thing I feel like doing is peeling garlic.
I have never seen fresh English peas ever in a grocery store, so we went with frozen.
The thing I like about like freshly shelled fresh peas is they're all different shapes, and some are little, some are big. Like the frozen ones you get are just all kind of the same. I think the most common misconception about food stylists is that the food just magically appears. They don't understand that I go and shop and find all the most beautiful stuff and then cook it.
Melt the butter over medium-high heat. This might be a generous amount, but we're making pasta.
So even though the recipe says to use butter to saute these vegetables, I'm not actually gonna cook them in the pan. I'm gonna blanch and shock the vegetables. I want the vegetables to be as bright green as possible. So blanching and shocking is what gets that done.
We're gonna add the onion, add peas. And the asparagus.
So this is the ice water. I'm gonna shock the vegetables in. Grab them out of the boiling water with this spider, and we're just gonna dump them in and let them go for a second.
And I'm gonna add a little more butter because I can already tell the pan is getting a tad bit dry.
Not too long, just till they turn like bright, bright, bright green.
I'm just touching to see if the asparagus seems like it's soft enough, but I think it's in a good place.
I mean, I'm most concerned about the color. They might be a little raw to some people, but I just want them to be bright green. And that cold water is just gonna make them stay exactly that color. So this will be for my pasta.
We're going to be using fettuccine. The recipe does say you can make fresh pasta, but that's a lot, and we're not gonna do that.
So I have this really beautiful pasta. Fresh pasta from Italy. And this will only take a couple minutes at the most.
I like it a little bit, not like smushy, just like a little bit softer than al dente. I think we have passed that stage at this point, and I apologize if that offends anyone.
Not gonna break. Perfect. So this is just stopping the cooking completely, preserving the al dente nature of it. So I'm gonna dump this pasta out onto a sheet pan so it can breathe a little bit. And I'm also gonna put some oil on it so it does not stick.
So a person that was good with time management skills would have already done this, but here I am. Half a cup of creme fraiche, 2/3 cup of Parmesan, and I'm just gonna keep going until my arm gets tired.
Because everything's cold, the cheese is not going to melt. I'm actually gonna leave it out in this portion and then just let this be my sauce. You know, if this was at home, obviously I wouldn't do this. Since this is a photo, I want that really saucy, gooey, beautiful, shiny, you know, I don't want a clumpy sauce on my pasta. I'll just finish it with cheese at the end so you really see that nice cheesiness.
That looks about right to me.
And I love this pepper grinder because it gives me really big grinds of pepper, which are really nice, especially in a photo because you see the pepper.
All the veg in here, and just give everything a toss.
So that is gonna be my pasta sauce. All right. I love using my hands in everything. It's actually made it really difficult for like when I go out to eat. You can really get things well incorporated. When you're trying to use tongs, it's just not quite right. You end up breaking the pasta.
So I feel like this is kind of like one of those things where you just want to adjust it for your taste. I like a lot of cheese in my pasta, so I'm going to add even more cheese.
So I'm gonna throw in some of these vegetables.
Give this guy another toss.
I like to get nice long strands.
I hear nesting pasta is a big thing.
And then I just kind of like start to let it drape on the plate and make its own little like curly bits.
That looks already horrible, but we're gonna just do a little twirl here. We're gonna get there.
Individual piece or two.
So I'm trying to make it look extra special here, so we're gonna add a little bit more veg.
I'm gonna just start like dotting in some nice pieces of vegetables.
I mean, I would eat a lot more of this, but for the plate's sake, we'll just keep it simple. I'm just gonna add more, you know. I feel like I have to add more now.
I might actually just kind of toss them through this sauce. How about a nice little asparagus tip right in here? Brush on a little bit of sauce. I just like everything to look natural, not too forced together. I always try to like look at it from the perspective of the way I know the shot is going to be set up. And then garnish, which is what always takes it over the top.
This is already looking more like a amount of pasta that I would do for myself.
I have a thing about really tiny little leaves. So if you can use just like the tiniest of leaves, you still get the sense of what the herb actually is. I like people to immediately be able to recognize what is in the dish. I'm gonna give it a spritz to make sure nothing starts to dry out on us.
So I'm just gonna wipe it so it looks a little nicer. And a little bit more fresh herbs on top. 'Cause spring.
This is the fun part because you just kind of let it go. Let it do its thing. All right. I think we're ready for our close-up.
I definitely care how quickly I take the photo because I want to actually enjoy my food and not just take photos of it.
So I brought over a little set tray, which just has all the things I might need on set. My spray bottle, my pepper grinder, my tweezers, my scissors, just a little extra goop if I want to brush some on, and then my Parmesan and my microplane. So we cook in the kitchen, then we bring everything over here. I like to see what it looks like on set, on the surface, and then I'll just do my final touches over here so everything looks as fresh and beautiful as possible.
Yeah, but I feel like we have some options, so.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah. I feel good.
All right, guys, I think we got it. It looks beautiful to me.
Would you eat this?
It's gonna go for a healthy bite, you know? It's good.
I would definitely take all the leftovers and add some cheese and some creme fraiche and send it home to some people.
You're a
Home cook.
Hi.
Hi.
Professional.
So
Yours look beautiful though.
no, yours is way nicer. It's like the pasta is perfectly tousled, you know? It's kind of like how celebrities, their hair looks really
Perfectly
nice.
imperfect.
Yeah.
And I did actually eat yours and it did taste
Okay,
good.
well, thank you.